Aries, what's up? What's going on? Hope everyone's doing okay. If you would like to skip the intro and shuffling and all things of that nature, go ahead and check the comment section of this video for a timestamp to do so. The only thing that we're really doing different this month and will continue to do and implement are these Jesus cards here. They're by Doreen Virtue. They're called Loving Words from Jesus. We'll go ahead and pull about one or two, depending upon how things go, at the end of the reading. But other than that, everything stays pretty much the same. As a reminder, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. If you would like a personal reading, go ahead and check the description box for information pertaining to obtaining one. I'm going to give you guys your contemplator cards that popped out as I was meditating on your guys' sign. Okay, Aries. So, we have the Three of Pentacles, the Star card, the Two of Swords, Judgment, the Seven of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, the Sun, the Seven of Cups reversed, the Queen of Swords reversed, the Six of Swords, the Wheel, Nine of Swords, the Alchemist, also known as the Magician, and then the Ace of Swords reversed. Okay, Aries, let's go ahead and I'm going to give you guys your astrology for the whole month of July. Now, when I usually do this, it's for usually Aries sun sign. Sometimes there'll be information there for like a rising or a moon, but I'll say so if in the event that there is. Okay, so Aries, and this is for all of July. Aries, July may be a month where family and psychological concerns may dominate your life, given that it is important to harmonize domestic life with professional objectives this month for you. Cooperation and consensus may become important for self-preservation, and self-assertion and bold actions may be on hold, and you may have to keep the interests of others in mind. You shall be able to adapt yourself to situations and to people. Given that this month 40% of the planets are retrograde and life will be moving at a slow pace, which means that Aries may need to be quite tolerant this month of the slow pace. Your career may undergo major transformations as you may be looking for innovation in your job or business. You may be looking for a profession in which provides excitement and entertainment this month. Money may be important, but other circumstances seem to place it at second. Your health may be troublesome and may require rest and breaks, so you can improve the situation by indulging in activities which provide happiness and entertainment. Overall, Aries, July 2017 may require you to create a balance between work and pleasure. Okay, that's it for the astrology. Let's go ahead and bless the deck, and then we'll start. Guardian angels of love and light, ancestors lost and known in the seas of time, please intercede into this reading to provide Aries with the clarity and direction as to which he or she seeks, and please grant me, the reader, the objectivity to read the cards and relay every single message as they're meant to be. Okay. Let's go ahead and move these. We pop out some cards. So as we're popping out the cards for the spreads today, I'll go ahead and kind of tell you about your contemplator cards. God, please release Aries' first card for July 2017, first base card, and some clarifiers to clarify it, please. Okay, Aries. So, the Three of Pentacles, all right. Followed by the Star, Two of Swords, and then Judgment. So, people working together, right? Possibly. Okay, this one popped out. The Six of Pentacles. So many zodiac signs are getting this month. This is crazy. Okay. So yeah, like I say, people working together. Finding out that, you know, I have a feeling that, you know, when people work together, maybe with you, you find that maybe sometimes there can be the good and then the bad, right? And I feel like, you know, you do enjoy when people work together and you guys have, you know, the same vision in terms of the goal. But I feel like, you know, sometimes Aries, it may kind of be like a double-edged sword. Because like everything seemed to be okay. Everything will be fine, and all of a sudden it's like something happens and maybe like you're thrown under the bus or something like that. I'm kind of having a feeling. Okay, so these popped out here. They're all together, so I'm going to take them all. Okay, the Empress in reverse. Then we have Six of Wands here. Oops. Six of Cups. Then the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, this is it for the first set. I'm going to start the second. Father God, please release Aries' second base card and clarify this for July of 2017 for the 1st to the 15th. Okay, Aries, so back to what I was saying. So yeah, I feel like sometimes things just go wrong and like it leads you to like having impasses with people. And then you kind of like look over it, you know, and you're like, what the hell happened? Like, what? Like, damn. FML, right? And then I have this feeling that, like, you know, then all of a sudden you find, like, the reason as to why. It's like, oh, that's why that happened. Like, you know, those moments of, like, that moment of clarity in a sense. Death reverse. And then it kind of just makes sense, right? And then it's like, oh, okay. And then I kind of feel like, why is death reverse here? You kind of look over it and you're like, okay, well, now I'm not going to make this decision, or now I'm not going to make that decision based upon that. Or it kind of leads you to, I know I'm kind of picking up as well that maybe because those things happen, it kind of prevented you from making mistakes, or prevented you from maybe like having to make the decision when the decision was already kind of made for you in a little bit. But then, kind of going back to it, you may feel like you really don't want to talk to these people sometimes, or you make it known that you are not interested, you know, when things like that happen. This one and this one. Okay, we have Eight of Wands reverse. The Hangman. But then it's like, just from that, I feel Aries like maybe because you're protecting yourself in a sense, but maybe it's too much of a protecting sense in terms of like to yourself. That things move, you know, but then sometimes they kind of move, but they prevent you from maybe finding out the good in situations, because you kind of like, you avoid it a little bit. And then Five of Pentacles reverse. And then kind of, you're stuck like kind of with anxiety. You're not really knowing what to do at night. Oh, see, there it is. And then kind of just like, what the hell? Like, but then all of a sudden I kind of see, you know, you get back up on your feet. Seven of Cups. You get back kind of up on your feet, and then it's like, okay, well, let's start this over again. YOLO, right? And then, Aries, you find secrets, right? Or then you find that things weren't set. And then you're kind of like, I freaking knew it. Father God, can you please release what's crowning Aries for the situations at hand and for July from the 1st to the 15th? I know that was a little all over the place. It didn't really have, like, your contemplator cards didn't really have, like, a theme. But I kind of feel like that's what happens. It's like, things just happen, and it's like, what the shit? Like, why me? Why am I stuck in this predicament? Like, why do I have to be the one who, like, kind of gets the shit under the stick sometimes? And I'm not really sure why, you know? Given that they're just contemplator cards. But let's see what, you know, the rest of the spread, or your spreads, have to say about this. You take this one too. Anything else, Father God, that you'd like to release for what's crowning Aries? Situations at hand from the 1st to the 15th. Wow, it's a lot. Okay. First. Oh, wow, there's a lot of cards here. Right, first. Upright. Okay. So, Seven of Swords reversed. Ten of Cups. King of Cups reversed. Prince of Pentacles, also known as the Knight of Pentacles. Queen of Cups. Prince of Cups reversed. The Knight of Cups reversed. Ending with the good old Five of Cups, right? Aries, you are emotional this month. From the 1st to the 15th at least. And like y'all know, I'm an Aries moon, so I don't really like the emotionalness too much. But hey, you can deal with it. Okay, let's get started on your first set here. There's a lot going on in your mind this month, Aries. Okay. Just be patient while we do this. Almost done here. Right. Here in the middle right here. So, you feel like giving to certain situations. That's cool. It's a little, not saying that Aries is not very giving, because that would not be true. Sometimes it's a little difficult to maybe sometimes give, or to sometimes want to, you know, sometimes we feel like people are kind of not worthy of it sometimes, or it's like, ugh, I'm not trying to help that person. Or sometimes we're so focused on what we're kind of doing that sometimes we lose focus of that, of kind of who's involved and, you know, how we should handle the situation. We're just so damn ambitious sometimes, which isn't a bad thing. Okay. Give me a second to just interpret your mind this month. Jeez. I mean, back to what I was saying about things just happening and like how they just happen. You feel like you kind of give to the situation, but then all of a sudden just how it's created and how just things work out, right? Lead to just stuff happening. But then I kind of see, you give to the situation, right? But then all of a sudden things happen in a weird way. And depending upon how you react to it or how you know, how you behave within the situation, sometimes can lead you to think, you know, like, I'm not going to do this or I'm not going to do that because that's stupid or that's only going to cause, you know, further damage. And when you do that, Aries, like, I think you learn things about yourself. You learn things that you can apply to your life. Like the Six of Wands here, public recognition, being happy, being confident, people seeing that side of you that you maybe necessarily didn't see in the first place. Or people then see that and then that kind of affirms what was going on. Like, you're like, I didn't know that was going to happen. But hey, shoot, it happened. Great. And I think it's very interesting. You have 6, 6, and a 6. Whenever there's, you know, two numbers with the same, or two cards, I should say, with the same number, regardless of the suit court or type of card, or element, I should say, there's usually a decision to be made. And I kind of feel like this decision is going to kind of be around emotions that have to do with the actions, which then have to kind of do with the stability outcome of it, or the type of what you can rest on. So like visiting the past and looking at the past, seeing what was good in terms of what did you do that was recognized and how it happened, and seeing the little ins and outs of it that caused, you know, that outcome to manifest, right? And then it allowed you to be in a position where you were able to give back, and where you were able to teach people maybe. But then I kind of feel like we're back to sort of this area right here, because it's like things are not maybe being created the way that you kind of wanted them to, but then, like I said, seeing maybe that it actually worked out, or that it actually was kind of like, oh, okay, I can add this to my life, or I'm going to rest on this because now this has happened, and, you know, it was not really foreshadowed. Because I kind of feel like maybe things that happened, Aries, you maybe have caught someone, or maybe someone kind of, or maybe you caught yourself, I should say. And I think that, you know, I'm sorry I didn't complete my statement there, but I'm just, all of a sudden, a lot of things are coming through right now. I'm just trying to pick. There may be, this may be kind of pertaining to a partnership, maybe. Because we have the King of Cups in reverse, and then the Queen of Cups upright here, and right in the center, you know, Prince of Pentacles. Oh, okay. See, that's crazy. Prince of Pentacles leading to the Six of Pentacles, leading to the Six of Wands and Six of Cups. Okay. Maybe in this partnership, let's just go with that. I kind of feel like this is the right way to go, maybe, with it. You and this person, right? When I describe this, Aries, sometimes the energies can cross over. So maybe, you know, one partner is the Queen of Cups and then the other is the King of Cups, or vice versa. So just kind of apply it to to your situation, you know. I kind of have a feeling maybe like one person within the partnership was kind of in the opposite area, or on the opposite spectrum of the other person. And I think that the center issue was kind of around maybe money a little bit, or maybe around possessions. One was giving and the other one kind of wasn't, or maybe very secretive of their possessions, what they kind of do. I kind of picking up like, where's the money coming from? Like, what? You don't have a job. Why all of a sudden do you have all this money? Like, or you're able just to rise to the occasion. Like, where are you getting it from? What are you doing? And then it kind of caused like a little bit of friction. Like, don't question me. What are you talking about? No. Like, and then it's like the famous one, right? Well, I'm giving, I'm providing, so what difference does it make? No. What difference does it make is that if it's dishonest money that's coming in, and let's say that, you know, it has to do with substances, or it has to do with sales of indulgence, if you guys kind of catch my drift there. God knows who's to say that, you know, some dirty, spiteful shit goes down, and all of a sudden someone comes rolling up to the pad and wants to blast it, or something like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like situations like that, where that can come out of, you know, certain types of sales. I'm not going to say it, but you know what I mean. And that's just an example, you know. And then what? And then they're like, well, I don't know how to handle it when it gets to that point. And it goes, no, because I don't want to get to that point. That's the problem. You know, like, or that's the concern at this time. So I feel like that's what it was. And there's a lot of disagreements when it comes to that, right? Because Six of Cups here with the Queen of Pentacles here on the Queen of Cups side. So I kind of feel like one partner was in here wanting to give, you know, yes, okay, let's give, and then also this Queen, let's just say this side right here is Queen of Cups, this side is King of Cups, okay, but it's reversed, so it's kind of, he comes in very manipulative, he comes in very harsh words, using the people's emotions to his benefit, okay. The Queen of Cups is someone who's very giving, someone who understands, who's very sympathetic, who creates an environment where emotion is freely given and it can be expressed and taken in and interpreted and then adjusted accordingly. Okay, so those are the two energies. So whatever pertains to your situation. So King of Cups side, Queen of Cups side. I just want to keep it consistent because it kind of gets mixed up. So the Queen of Cups side, right, wanted to create an environment where money can be free-flowing, you know, and it can be applied to the situation and it can be applied to life in general. And I feel like the Queen of Cups here on this side was visiting the past, was saying, you know what, I don't want to do this again. I'm over it because it kind of did nothing but good. And I don't want to go through something like this again because, shit, it didn't work out the first time, so what the hell makes it it's going to work out the second time? And then the King of Cups side over here was a little manipulative, but did kind of want to give. You know what I mean? Like, they were there, they were present, but they were very secretive in terms of what they created and how the foundation was laid down. How the foundation was laid down and how things just came about. Like I said, like about being secretive about the money, being secretive about how things happen, what happens, how people are able to able to acquire certain resources without going through the conventional means. It created a lot of maybe upheaval. And maybe also I'm picking up too, created a lot of respect, but not respect from the Queen of Cups. It was, I don't know, more respect from maybe other people outside of the relationship. But with the Empress in reverse here, like where did it come from? The things that are being created are not very honest, right? Because the King of Cups here, in your mind, Aries, Seven of Swords reverse, like, you kind of caught this person, and it's kind of like, no, I got you. I know what's going on. But I feel like this person kind of still brought you somewhat happiness, like emotional fulfillment, you know, maybe was there emotionally, maybe was there a little sexually, you know, things like that that kind of helped, but didn't really make you happy, completely happy. This is more emotional fulfillment, but what about stability? What about being able to fully trust this person? And when the King of Cups is in reverse here, you know, this is someone who is present when they want to be. The best way I can kind of describe it, it's not, you know, it's not where he wants to be, it's where he's at. You know, and when I say he, I'm just saying because it's the king, but it can be a woman as well. You know, this could be a very masculine energy, but a woman, this can be a very feminine energy, but, you know, a man. Hey, that crosses over all the times. And this Queen of Cups here, you know, very, like I said, very benign, very supporting in terms of emotionally, is there, always talking about their emotions, being able to communicate properly, supporting emotionally, you know, things of that nature. But being in despair at the same time, like always feeling like they get the shit end of the stick, always feeling like, okay, why am I the one crying? Why am I the Queen of Cups? Why am I the one that's always crying and always, you know, in an emotional wreck? Why is it always me? Why not the other person? Or why can't we go through this together, right? Feeling like, you know, in despair, feeling like walking around like, shit, why did I get this? Why do I deserve this? When really just trying to keep everything together. Trying to visit the past and trying to say, you know what, like, excuse me, I'm sorry. Woody, be quiet. My dog acting crazy. So yeah, it's like I was saying, kind of just looking at the past and saying, I'm not really sure. I don't really want to do this again. Sorry, guys, the cards Get a little blurry sometimes. There we go. And just being in despair, you know? But I do feel like it was centered around possessions, around a home, around being like on two different platforms in terms of fully understanding everything, right? And wanting to understand exactly how things went and why the sadness is coming. And then I feel like on this side with the King of Cups, it's kind of like they're doing what they're supposed to sort of be doing, but they're not being honest about it. So in the end, it doesn't really matter because honesty is everything. And people have to be clear as to what they're doing. Because then it leaves the other part, it leaves the other person with question marks going on, you know, in their head, like, why do you need to be dishonest? If you're providing enough and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, why do you need to be dishonest about it? That right there leads, you know, one to think like, wow, like, is it that bad? That's what I'm kind of picking up a little bit, okay? So let's start the next one. Let's move slowly down. Okay, so then for the next one we had Death Reverse, 8 of Wands, Reverse, the Hangman, 5 of Pentacles Reverse, and the 7 of Cups here. All right. So maybe feeling like things were moving forward in terms of like, you guys weren't growing together. You guys weren't happy together. Things weren't really working out the way that they're supposed to be because one person is always sad and the other one is not. Then the other one is then sad and then the other one is not. Like being on two different, like I said, two different ends of the spectrum in terms of emotion, in terms of wants, in terms of things being important within the relationship, you know? And I feel like there wasn't any growth, or growth was being ignored. Like it was being prevented from actions. It was being, because I mean, if two people are on two different platforms, there's no way that the growth can actually really happen. If growth does happen, it's going to happen behind the scenes, but then two different people are not synced up. So like no one's going to recognize that that's what's happening or it's supposed to happen like that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's just not going to work. 1 + 1 is 2, you know, 1 and 2 can't be 2. Like, it just doesn't work out like that. And I feel like there came a point where something happened. There was a situation that, I don't want to say destroyed, but that really put the relationship on hold. And I feel like it was a decision that someone made. Not a decision to really leave, but I think of like a decision in terms of an action. Like they didn't recognize or realize that their actions actually were going to really hinder the relationship or cause it to kind of sever for a bit. Or possibly, if we were to separate it kind of like this and go back to the idea of like this. The Queen of Cups on this side, King of Cups on this side. Maybe this Queen of Cups here decided, you know what, I'm going to leave. Because I don't want to do it anymore. I'm not going to cry anymore. I don't want to be feeling like I'm left out in the cold anymore. Because that's it. I don't deserve to be treated like this. And I'm ready to walk away. And I want to say that, I don't know what I'm picking up, but this King of Cups was then like, oh shit, like Queen of Cups is going to leave. Like, that's it. Wow, okay. Didn't see that coming. Well, I know you're on opposite sides of the spectrum. How do you think you're going to not, or how you're going to see that, right? So then, this King of Cups was probably like, oh Lord, how am I just sitting there like, you know, contemplating and thinking? about how he is and what's going on. And he's then left to kind of think like, oh shit, wow, okay. And then trying to maybe come back and say, oh, I'm not going to be like that anymore. Oh, okay. All of a sudden, I'm starting to interrupt myself, but all of a sudden I picked up on the King of Cups side that they thought they weren't going to get caught and that they thought that everything was going to be okay, but they ended up getting caught. And it took away their emotional fulfillment. Maybe they were emotionally fulfilled. And you cut the ass. And they were like, oh my God. Wow, I didn't see that coming. Okay, sorry to add that in. I just got that. Every time a message comes in, I want to say it, guys. So back to what I was saying. Okay, enough of that. But I do feel like, you know, they were maybe coming back, oh, I'm not going to be mean anymore. I'm going to do things the right way. I swear I'm going to be good to you this time. I don't want any more drama. I don't want to do all that anymore. I've come to realize that I'm a different person, blah, 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 blah. This, that, the third, and the fourth. And then, you know, you're just like, Babu. You don't want to hear it anymore. You're overhearing the broken record. And that's it. You know, it's final. I mean, I really think that, you know, Aries, like, either this is to or from you. You may go back. But I feel like you have to see growth. You're going to have to see changes. I feel like you're kind of maybe giving someone ultimatums. You know, kind of like, if you don't do this, I'm not going to do this, right? Like, I need this out of the relationship. I need that out of the relationship. And if you don't do it, then I'm going to leave, right? That's how I kind of feel. What's going on in terms of the relationship, I feel. But it does have the Queen of Cups side here all just twisted up a little bit. They can be a little bit okay, I'm kind of picking up too over here that maybe the Queen of Cups, you know, was being a little bit manipulative towards the end or within the relationship, but then found that, you know, I'm not like that. I shouldn't have to swoop down to that level. So therefore, being sad all the time with the Five of Cups here, feeling like disparaged and walking around with their head held down in shame and just saying like, you know what, I can't anymore. You know, 5 represents conflict. 5 represents things just being very competitive, like having to fight. We have a 5 here. That's what I'm saying, coming out of that period of feeling left out because making a decision. But I feel like this King of Cups side right here, it's filled with a little bit of delusion. You know, kind of like, oh, I do things for you. And you should be happy because I do things for you. Yeah, but in order for you to do things for me, Queen of Cups is saying, you have to, like, you know, you have to cut off one of my limbs. Like, so I'm supposed to be happy with that? Like, you know, saying kind of like, there is good in the bad, but the bad overrides the amount of good. Back to kind of the idea of, where does it come from? Why can't you tell me? The mere fact that you can't tell me lets me know that there is something going on, like the Queen of Cups would be saying. And it caused a lot of conflict. It caused a lot of not trusting this King of Cups in reverse here. Which also prevented you guys moving in different areas and, you know, moving kind of further along the spectrum, you know what I mean? Diverging against each other, you know? Like, just, here's a transformation, and you guys were just slowly moving away from each other. Being on 2 different, you know, wavelengths. But I do kind of feel like this person did make you happy up to a certain point, but there's more to it than that. There's more than emotional fulfillment. Yes, it's important, and it's one of the important ones for sure. But with a long of emotional fulfillment, trust has to be there. If it's not there, then it's only maybe the 9 of Cups, where you don't have a complete 10. And that's a problem. And Confidence in someone is everything, because that has to do with how you're going to handle situations. Can I trust you to make certain decisions? Can I trust you to be, you know, faithful to me? Can I trust that you won't run up on me or walk all over me like I'm a doormat? But at the same time, Aries, you know, is it okay to allow that? Is it okay to sit there and allow people to do that to you? Whether it's to or from you. Or if you're doing that to someone, that doesn't give you the right to do that. So, what do we do now? Right? You know, just realize, Aries, we never pulled your card as to how you're coming into the reading. And I believe that this happened for a reason. I always go to the bottom of the deck, right? To pull. 7 of Pentacles reversed. I'm sorry about that, Aries, but look, it happened for a reason, right? Seven of Pentacles reversed is choosing to not look at the things that you put into the relationship, or into the situation, I should say. Relationship for the sake of the spread. Or seeing that maybe it was a waste of your time. Seeing that all the work that you put in terms of, you know, the Pentacles with the stability, what the hell was it really worth doing? Or why did I do that? Or what? It was like looking at it as like a waste of your time. And also you can look at it as like not wanting to look at everything that has transpired. Therefore not knowing how to move forward and what decision to make. But there's a reason that you don't want to look at it. There's a reason for the hindrance in actually visiting it and seeing what's going on. Okay, I think we should pull some advice cards. It's getting a little long here, this video. Let's see. Sorry about that, not pulling the card, but look, it kind of worked out. I mean, that's exactly what's kind of going on, or I think that's going on within the spread, you know? So, this is how we're going to do it. We're just going to pull from the bottom. So the 3 of Swords reverse. So Aries, you know, you don't want to be heartbroken anymore. You're done with it. You want to come out of that period, right? And maybe this is what I said. Looking at things and saying, wow, I wasted my damn time. Like, what the hell was the point of it? All this work that I put into the relationship, what do I have to show for it? What's good? What good has come out of it? Just a manipulative, mean fucking person? I'm sorry I cussed. I got a little passionate there. Aries moon, you all understand. This mean person who just destroys me and who doesn't respect me and who just comes in and manipulates the whole damn situation, and then I'm just left there like Elmer Fudd in the mud, I guess. Like, you know, like, wow. Okay. And this person like comes under the impression that they did make you happy, but not fully. Because what do you have to show for it, you know? Okay, so this is how you came into the reading at the end. So over being heartbroken, right? Because either you or you want someone to know what they can bring to the table and provide it and keep it there and maintain it. Because then this doesn't leave any room for ambiguity to know or to question what the hell is going on, because you know what's going on, because the King of Wands is someone who applies all of that situation or all of those resources to the situation and is honest about it. And honest about it where you can see it, where you don't even need to question it. That's the type of person you want, right? Yep. Because you want the type of person who's going to provide. You want the type of person who's going to lay it down and bring you stability and bring you happiness and bring you serenity. To know that you can trust this person. The King of Pentacles is someone who makes decisions, but they make the proper decisions so that they can maintain their stability, maintain their establishment. And who knows what they're doing. So, on your contemplators, or in your contemplators, you got the Three of Pentacles upright. But now we're in reverse. So ain't no one working together, huh? And the Three of Pentacles in reverse is, you know, deliberately not wanting to work together. But why, you know? Why don't you want to work together when opposite sides of the spectrum, like I'm saying, are here? Why would you not want to work together when you guys are on different fucking platforms? Oh, I cussed again. I'm sorry. My God, I'm feeling very passionate right now. It's crazy. It makes sense, right? Because you want to come out of the impasse. You don't want to be trapped anymore. You don't want to feel like it's over. Like, you don't want to feel like you have to keep trying and trying and trying and trying. For what reason when you're not getting anything back, you know? Why put all the work in to see what's going to come out of it when you know nothing's going to come out of it? There you go. Ten of Pentacles reversed. Under the illusion that you have everything and someone not giving within that situation. And you have Judgment reversed right here as well. Aries, did you not learn your lesson the first time? What made you think that the second time was going to be better or was going to be worth it? When Judgment is in reverse, that automatically lets me know or confirms, affirms that you did not learn your lesson. Look at these two cards here. You not learning your lesson, what is it doing? What is it bringing you? The illusion that things are fine. And also, just knowing that things aren't fine, but yet ignoring it. Lack of commitment. That's what the Ten of Pentacles also represents. Lack of commitment, right? And even the cards are saying it, Aries. Two different platforms. And it could just as well easily be like this. That's what I'm saying. Apply it to your guys' situation, you know? It doesn't have to necessarily be the woman and be the man. You could be dealing with the Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, man or woman. Could be dealing with, I mean, I see pretty much everything here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You could be dealing with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You could be dealing with a Scorpio specifically maybe with another Aries. I mean, I'm seeing all signs here, shoot, at this point. But yeah, why? I really feel like that's the key. You need to walk away now. It's time to leave, you know? That's it. Why are you not learning your lesson? How many times do you have to go through this? You've went through this already enough amount of times. So it's not going to be different the next time. And you're going to continue to be heartbroken. It's going to be in reverse. See, Judgment reversed is here. Not learning your lesson that this person will break your heart. Believing that he or she creates will not break your heart. That's the lesson that you're not learning. That it's going to happen. Believing that everything is fine, knowing that you're not working together or you're not on the same page with this other person. So you think that, okay, it's going to be different this time and I'm not going to run into any impasses or we'll just ignore it. But look, lack of commitment. You can't keep doing the same thing over and over, Aries, and then think that it's going to change or that people are going to have sympathy for you. When it does happen, it can. Because this is what happens when you look, going down the center, when you are on the quest for understanding how you can apply things to your life, when you don't look at them properly, you know, and you don't seek them properly, you're not going to get this. You won't get the King of Pentacles. You won't get the Knight in Shining Armor because you're not looking in the right places. You're not looking at the situation enough to see where there are holes in it, where there are inconsistencies, where there are areas where redundancy seems to pop up. The Prince and the King, right? The King rules over the Prince. But we're not looking at the situation, why you can't choose between the two, or why you keep getting a prince but you really want a king, or why you keep getting, you know, a princess and you really want a queen. When are you going to learn your lesson? It's up to you, Aries. It's up to you how to get out of it. Well, this thing went over almost an hour. Holy hell. Okay, let me move these. Gonna pull a Jesus card. See what our Lord and Savior has for you. You can blow the candles out, guys. Sorry. Okay. Let me shuffle these real quick. Four, 5, 6, 7. All right. Father God, in the name of Jesus, in terms of your word and of your book, what advice do you have for Aries? What advice do you have pertaining to Aries for the situations in hand and for July, to the 1st and the 15th, and how to move forward in their life? What do you have for them? Any advice or kind words? Wow, these are cards just flying everywhere. Given it shall be given to you, Luke 6:38. I feel, Aries, like, you know, this card is kind of meant to be more, if you give to yourself, then more will be given to you. And here's the bottom of the deck. Whatsoever you shall ask the Father in my name, he will give it to you. John 16:23. You have to keep God in the middle of this. You have to understand that when you seek the right people, the good will happen, you know? But you have to understand yourself, though, Aries, where things come from and why you do the things that you do. You have to go over it and understand where it went wrong. And I feel like this King of Pentacles, you know, really should be you. Not looking for this in someone else. You should find someone that compliments you and that teaches you, right? Not someone who's you're going to think is just going to swoop you up and provide everything that you need, because you shouldn't need that. They should add to what you want, not give you everything that you want, because you should give yourself what you want and what you need. Give and it shall be given unto you, unto you. Give to yourself and the Lord will give you the rest that you need in order to move on. But it starts with asking. But asking, yes, but actually doing it as well. You can't just ask for what you want and then just sit at home and do nothing about it. Give to yourself. Ask for it and give to yourself, and then ask again, and then he'll give it to you. But you have to be out there and you have to move and make it happen for yourself. Okay, Aries, this video is it's going to be 50 minutes now. I'm so sorry it was long, but it needed to be. apparently. But yeah, so I suggest reading John 16:23 and Luke 6:38. Read the whole entire chapter. Read Luke 6 and also John 16. And I'm pretty sure something in there will help you guys out. I just got these Jesus cards. I'm almost done with in terms of each chapter in each book. I'm gonna read. I've been reading all of them and outlining them so I can give them to you guys. I just don't really have it this first half of the month. I'm more than likely have it for the next half of the month. I'm almost done with it. Okay. All right, Aries, be good. Work on this. Be your own king. Okay. We'll see you between the 16th. I'm sorry, the 15th and the 30th. Oh, 31st this month. Yeah, between the 15th and the 31st, and any other kind of random video that I put out there. All right, Aries. I'll see you.